What's up YouTube? I hope you're well. Before we go any further, please remember to subscribe to my channel if you like what I do. Leave me a like and of course drop a comment below if you have any questions or suggestions. It's always really good to hear from you. So, this guy. To recap, this is an early 90s Gem 555, which is the Steve Vai signature model. This one's made in Korea. A friend of mine gave this to me after he found it in a lockup. It was in terrible condition with one of the bridge pins broken off and the neck has a twist in it. Basically, I did what I could, but it was way too far gone to save it. So the plan became to find a home for the pickups, which are a set of DiMarzios with a tone zone in the bridge and an Air Norton in the neck. Which brings us to this guy. This is an Ibanez RG721RW that I bought specifically to put the DiMarzios in. However, when I demoed it, I found that the stock pickups were so good, it'd be a shame to get rid of them. To recap on this one, it's got a basswood body, it's got a 5-piece maple and bubinga neck, it's got a rosewood cap on the top and on the headstock, it has a 24-fret rosewood fingerboard that's maple bound, and you'll notice it has a maple inlay there for the logo, which is pretty cool. I did end up trying the DiMarzios in it, however, it turned out I didn't like them very much. But as I'd already started going down that rabbit hole, I got another set of pickups for it, which is these Bare Knuckle Alnico War Pigs here. They sound like this. You'll notice I only have 3 positions on here, although this is a 5-way switch. This is what happens when you hire someone to do something you ought to do yourself. I'm sure some people wouldn't even care, and to be honest, I don't even use positions 2 and 4 myself unless I'm playing a real strat. But if you're into the kind of sounds that the guys from Polyphia are using, for example, then you really want access to those split positions. Anyway, I really liked the guitar, and I was intrigued by the spec level, the wood selections in particular. So I went hunting on some auction sites, and I found this. This is an Ibanez RG921WZC. Those last 3 letters stand for Wenge and Zeracote. It's a basswood body again, but this time with a Zeracote top, and the neck is 5-piece Wenge and bubinga. It's just an oil type finish, so you can really feel the grain. These usually come with a set of DiMarzio-Ibz, which are DiMarzio pickups specifically designed for Ibanez guitars. But as well as this random brass nut here, the previous owner had installed these pickups. These, not that you can tell, are Bare Knuckle Juggernauts. If you don't know what those are, they're the signature pickups of Misha Mansour from the band Periphery. Sounds today, by the way, are coming from the crunch channel of a block logo Peavey 5150, going into an ISO cab with a V30 in it. I'm using this Zombie Klone to push the front end, and I'm just playing with the guitar volume. If I'm honest, I probably wouldn't have chosen the Juggernauts myself, as they're very bass forward, and if anything, a little bit hotter than the War Pigs, although the War Pigs are actually quite a bit hotter on paper. That said, the Jugs do have that bare knuckle clarity, and they do sound really nice, so I'm splitting hairs here. My Ibanez journey doesn't end here, however. The one I really wanted was this. This is an Ibanez RG921WBB, which stands for Wenge Buckeye Burl. Buckeye's a type of chestnut, and this section of wood here comes from the tree's root. Just look at the top on this one. It's got a black stain which really brings out the wood grain, and it's also got this creamy white and tortoiseshell binding, which is really gorgeous. I just had to have it. This one did come with the original DiMarzio-Ibz in it, which sound like this. Spec on this one's very similar to the last one, with again a basswood body. You have the Buckeye Bill top, obviously. You have the Wenge and Bubinga neck, and then the fretboard this time is actually Wenge as well. So the DiMarzio pickups are fine, but to be honest, from my experiment with the Tone Zone and Air Norton and the other guitar, and just my general experience of DiMarzios, they don't really work for me on my playing. Anyway, these guitars are exceptional value for money, even with the stock pickups, which are actually pretty good, and they usually come with a semi-rigid hard case as well. New Ibanez Premiums at the moment are retailing for over twice what you can pick these up for used. The only other mods I've done to these guitars is that they all have these Goto locking tuners on. The reason I've done that is you may have noticed I'm playing in drop A. For that, I'm using Ernie Ball baritone slinkies, and so on a standard 25.5-inch scale length guitar, the tuning stability is going to need all the help it can get. By the way, these bridges are great for that. These are the Ibanez Tight End R bridge, and as well as having this really long throw for the intonation, they have these Allen screws that you can use to lock the saddle right down. If you want to try down tuning, but you need a standard scale length, I really recommend these guitars for that. Do I need 3 of them? No. After much debate, I've come to the conclusion that what I really like about these guitars is that open pore Wenge and Bubinga neck on them. So what I'm going to do is swap out these pickups for the War Pigs that are in the Rosewood one, and then sell the Rosewood one with these DiMarzios in, which is still a pretty good upgrade from the Cat VM pickups they come with as stock. So I hope you've enjoyed my demo of these 3 guitars. If you have, please drop me a like, and of course subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. Hopefully, I'll see you next time.